All right, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Harakah Kudash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of JMS Great Millstone. And a sincere shalom to Yakim bringing out this word in diligence and in truth. And now I made a PDF of this article, but it stems from endtimeheadlines.org, right? Or .com. And as you see, this is the face of a man that's been broken spiritually, right? And this also goes to show you how Esau manipulates these Jake male artists who are under his control, who are under his rule, right? That's why the scriptures talk about never to trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Because men who had some type of quote unquote morals growing up, they lose these things the further and further they get into this Hollywood industry, right? And that's why the scriptures tell us this in the book of Matthew. This is coming from Matthew 16 and 24, and it reads, "Then said Yahweh Shai unto his disciples, If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?" Here it is, this nigga Snoop, he has all different types of benefits from Esau, this nigga is able to have a football league. He became, I believe, the president of Death Row Records. He has TV shows. He has a different liquor endorsements and companies, So to the average Jake, he's doing his thing, man. He's profitable. He's a quote unquote successful black man, right? They look at him as a standard of achievement of the American dream. But this nigga is doing what? He's promoting, gay couples or LGBT HDMI couples in children programs, and now says it's okay, right? Knowing that if this nigga's sons, if all of his sons, however many he has, was in that lifestyle, he'll lose it, right? See, but Jake has no problem pushing poison towards or they have no problem pushing poison and aiding in an agenda that is going to destroy their people, right? Here it is. He was a thug ass nigga, right? A gangster rap, right? That's what they say. But this is the type of vibration and act that he's completely down for. He has no problem with this lifestyle, which is completely adverse to the scriptures. Here it is. This nigga had a gospel album. You would think if a nigga got a gospel album, the morals behind it would be biblical beliefs, right? But no. So I'm gonna read that again. It says, for what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul, right? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? And he's completely sold out. Esau has broken the dog, man. They've tamed the puppy, so to speak, right? So let's get into it. It says, in a notable evolution of his public stance, it says rap icon Snoop has integrated same-sex couples into his animated children's series, Doggyland, marking a shift from controversy to celebration of diverse family structures. When the Most High, Yahweh Shai Shai, doesn't accept that union, right? The scriptures tell us, a man and woman join flesh, and they shall become twain, right? Matter of fact, this Matthew 19 and 4, it says, "And he answered and said unto them, Have ye not read that he which made them in the beginning made them male and female? And said, For this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh? Wherefore there are no more twain, but one flesh. What therefore Yahweh hath joined together, let no man put asunder." So the Lord doesn't, signify or approve the union of that whole agenda, right? Of male, female. And here it is. You have Christians who try to back it by saying, "Oh, the Lord God is all love." Where's that in the scriptures? See, because they always typically say, "Well, the Old Testament say this." Hey, well, guess what? The Old Testament just reiterates the New. it reiterates the new. Just like in Leviticus 20, right? There's Leviticus 20 and 13, and it reads, it says, and if a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination, right? They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. It's that simple, right? And these same law is uttered in the book of Romans, right? This Romans 1 and 25. Matter of fact, I'm going to start here at 24, but I'm going to read some more of this, right? It says, the announcement tied to Glad Spirit Day initiative on October 16, 25 highlights collaboration with that community and advocates an underscore of broader conversation about representation in kids media, right? It says, according to TMZ, the partnership comes just months after Snoop faced widespread criticism for comments about Pixar's 2022 film Lightyear. During an August appearance on the It's Giving podcast, Snoop recounted taking his grandchildren to see the Toy Story spinoff, which includes a brief depiction of a same-sex couple. It says, and they shared a kiss raising a child. It says the scene prompted innocent questions from his grandson, leaving him unprepared. My grandson in the middle of the movie is like, Snoop, how she have a baby with a woman, she a woman. And here it is. This kid understands at that young age, even that child understands that, hey, that's something that's outside of the course of nature, man. A woman and a woman can't produce seed because women aren't born with seed. It's that simple. A man and a man can't conceive a child because you need what? You need an egg. Both the male and the female's roles are important. Without the other, there is no life. You know, there is no conception of life, I'll say, right? Because life is already in the testicles. But it takes that egg being fertilized for that baby to be growing within that womb of that mother, right? And only mothers have wombs. Only women have wombs. It's crazy that we have to say that, in a day of such. But, this is the way that society is, right? Things that simple biology. And here it is, the same school system that Esau taught us what a female productive system and a male reproductive system are, or reproductive systems are. Now all of that goes out of the window now, right? No, it doesn't go out the window. It's still true. You need both sides in order to create and bring forth that child. It's that simple. And the kid understands that. How is a woman having a baby with a woman? Is she a woman? How is it that the child in the room has the most logic, the most understanding, right? He admitted to feeling thrown for a loop, adding, I don't have an answer for that. He said, I was scared to go to the movies after that and suggested kids don't need to view such content. And that's true. Here it is, you take a child to a candy store and tell them to pick out one candy, and you have all these options in front of them. You know how hard it is for that child to pick one candy? So now you're telling them, oh, what you are isn't what you are. See, Esau throws out all these different scientific studies of, a child brain isn't developed into the age of this. And, these are the ages in which their brains are creating these memories and housing these memories. And the biggest impact on a child is between the ages of this age and this. But here it is. They're telling you, well, you should be giving the child the chance to choose. Choose what? You got adults that can't make wise decisions. Now you're putting that in the hands of a child. Just another reason as to why we got to get the hell up out of here, man. Because this place is just pure evil. You're telling a child to pick a gender, and they haven't even experienced who they are themselves. Here it is, you got a 7-year-old kid who don't even understand what sex is. And you're telling him he could just cut his rod off. You're telling a little girl who hasn't even hit her period, hey, you don't have to be a woman. You can actually get a surgery and get a rod on you. But this is sane unto the wicked, right? This is that makes perfect sense unto evil individuals, man. Right? It says the remarks drew sharp backlash online. It says with figures like Madison publicly calling out the rapper for what some viewed as outdated discomfort with that lifestyle visibility. It's not outdated. The fact that y'all, right, because that's what it is. It's an army of individuals who are ultimately adverse unto what the Lord deemed as righteousness and unrighteousness. They hate the righteousness of the Most High. That's why they're trying to establish forth that wickedness. Let's grab a quick pre. There's coming from, and I'm gonna come back to this in the book of Romans. But there's Proverbs 17 and 15. And it reads, he that justifieth the wicked and he that condemneth the just, even they both are an abomination to the Lord. That's simple, right? So you justifying wickedness, saying, a child has this choice and what they're doing isn't wrong, how they feel isn't wrong. Hey, those are the wicked. So you justifying that wickedness, you're an abomination unto the Lord. It's that simple. You condemning the righteous from trying to teach their children the upright ways, hey, then you're wicked. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, right? Now let's go into the book of Romans. You know, I'm not gonna take too long on this. You know, we got a live show to get into, but just want to go into this topic. Just seeing it pisses you off, man. It pisses you off, but let's keep going. It's Romans 1 and 23. It says, and change the glory of the uncorruptible power into an image made like to corruptible man. It says, into birds and forfeited beasts and creeping things, wherefore Yahweh also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, right, through their own minds, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves. Right? It says, who changed the truth of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. Right? For this cause, Yahweh gave them up into vile affections, and that there is a vile affection. That whole community is that's adverse. It's vile, man. Right? You're willingly breaking the order of what was deemed righteous. And really, here it is. They talk about, they love life so much. Really, you hate life. You hate life, man. And it's not only on them, it's on the individuals that destroyed their minds as well, especially in the J community, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know, a lot of men and women who are a part of this lifestyle, they were their innocency was taken from them at young ages, man. You know, by an adult. Their innocency was stripped from them by an adult in their adolescence. So that put a specific demon, you know, on them for them to further that lifestyle with them thinking that there's right. Here it is, that child grew up, you know, distraught by what happened to them. You know, and that trauma and that pain that they deal with, they can't cope with it, so they fall victim to it, man. And here it is, people want to praise that lifestyle. The individuals that do that to those kids, they should be put to death, man. It's that simple. Right? It says, for this cause, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua gave them up unto vile affections. For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one toward another, men with men working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was meet. And even as they did not like to retain Yahweh in their knowledge, the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind to do things which are not convenient. And ultimately that lifestyle it has an ending that will result in great pain, man. You know, there's no way to flip it. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. But here it is, we see that morals become corrupted when you're in the hands of Esau. Because you tell this nigga 20 years ago, you know, when he was supposed to be this hard Jake, shit, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, shit, when he went to the movies in 2022, if he found out that his grandson liked men, like little boys, this nigga's he's gonna blow up, man. He's gonna lose it. So they attached his image and his likeness, and made him submit into this agenda because of what he previously said. And this is how E continues to control and whom Jake look up to as their celebrities, to their idols. Showing you that these niggas are just high paid slaves. Shut up and rap. And then that's for all of them. Esau tells that to all of them. Oh, you commented against the agenda we're trying to push? Oh, I got something for you, nigga. You about to push this agenda. Your name about to be on this. Your face about to be on this. And you going to apologize. Or we going to expose you for all the wickedness you did. And that's how it goes. Esau checkmated this nigga once again, man. So, that's pretty much the point. Not to go, too long. But it continues to go into it. Just more the madness. But, that says his journey from discomfort to advocacy. Hey, man. We got to get up out of here. Got to get out of here, man. Because it's only getting worse. It's only getting worse. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying unto the body. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakah HaKodash. And double honors unto the elders and apostles of GMS Great Millstone. And a sincere shalom to Yaki in bringing out this word in diligence and in truth. Shalom.